What's up YouTube? Fish and Bike here, and today I'm going to be showing you my PC rig and showing you a little bit of the new parts that I have, including the all-new RTX 2080.
Fireflies, a million little pieces, feeds the dying light and brings me back to life. In your eyes, I see something to believe in.
Alright, so just a quick overview of the gaming setup. You can see here I've got RGB all over the place. I'm running two monitors. I've got a 1080 at the top, which is wall mounted, and then I've got a 4K monitor, which I got from Scepter for an amazing price. It's got RGB keyboard, RGB mouse, the desk, and it's even got some of these soundproofing tiles on the wall. Again, this is all just to make it a fully immersive experience, and it's a lot of fun. There's a subwoofer underneath the desk, and it's a great experience, very, very immersive, and it's absolutely great for 4K gaming. I love it a ton. Down on the floor, you can see that there's the actual computer, which I will pull up onto the desk for you to see closely, and we'll open it up. Alright, so we've got it up on the desk, and it's opened up for us to be able to see inside. What I currently have here, I'll go through everything nice and slow. I've got a 700 watt power supply. On the right bottom, there's a 3 terabyte hard drive for storing most of those large games. I'm running a MSI SLI Pro Z370 motherboard ATX, and that's able to hold quite a bit of stuff, which is what I was looking for. Continuing going up from the bottom up, right here is it's kind of hard to tell, but that's it plugs into the PCIe board, and that allows access to inside the case. There's USB ports, which is nice. I can use that for the RGB strips. On the back side, you can see on the outside, it also gives access to 5 USB 3.0 ports that are very useful for all those gaming components that we run with. Again, moving up, we're going to have, this is a support bracket for the graphics card, which is probably why most of you clicked on this link. It is a MSI RTX 2080 Duke. And let me just tell you, so far, this thing has been amazing. There are some driver issues, so a couple of the games run a little bit slower, just because the drivers haven't updated. There's a couple bugs, but in the games that do have updated drivers, it is amazing. And I am very excited for the DLSS to come out, which is Deep Learning Super Sampling, which is a add-on that NVIDIA should be adding to, or games should be implementing shortly, and if it looks anything as good as how they say it's going to be, we'll see huge performance boost from that when it comes out as well. Ray tracing, I'm not sure why they made that the height of the release, because in my opinion it's not nearly as cool as DLSS. A performance boost is what people really want right now. They can worry about ray tracing when maybe 5 years from now, but that's just my opinion. So again, this is the support bracket which holds it up, because this card is huge. I mean, it is thick. It takes up 3 bracket ports plus another 2 for the support brackets. So that's 5 brackets worth of stuff. I had to take out some of the extra stuff I had in there. It says SLI Pro, so I should be able to run another one, but you can see I would need to remove the support bracket if I wanted to run 2. In addition to that, it's using 2 8-pin power connectors. Well, an 8-pin and a 6-pin, so I would need to get a whole new power supply if I ever wanted to run it in SLI, which I would probably want to run 2080 Ti before I did that anyways. So moving on. Up here I've got an M.2. Now the M.2 is covered in a heatsink. It's a Samsung NVMe Pro 250 gigabyte, and I love it. And the heatsink, some people say it's not necessary, but it's more for aesthetic purposes, and to be honest, this computer runs extremely hot because of all the hardware inside. So even though Flash likes to run at higher temperatures, the heatsink helps keep it not too high. Alright, moving on, we have an 8700K i7. It's liquid cooled by the Captain cooler with just a single radiator, and I'm considering moving this radiator up to the top. The overclocking capabilities of this computer are also great. The MSI Duke gives a reasonable overclock, but the i7-8700K, I'm running at, I think, 5 gigahertz right now with 1.315 volts. So it gets a big jump from 3.6 to 5 gigahertz for that CPU. It's very, very helpful, and you actually see a big difference. There's no difference past 5 gigahertz. 5 to 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, no difference. I don't care what anyone says. The difference between 5 and 5.3 is like 2%. So not worth it. If you disagree with me, go ahead and feel free to throw down a comment below. All right. Additionally, we've got 32 gigabytes of RAM. That's Corsair. Each one is 8 gigabytes, ddr4, 2400 megahertz. Continuing on, where you have a CD drive, a DVD drive, which I think is useful because some software still comes with CDs, DVDs. And lastly, we've got in the front, you can see there's a manual fan controller for the different fans with thermal temperature thermometers placed throughout the case on the back side, so it's able to monitor the temperature and adjust as needed, or I can manually adjust it. There's 2 fans in the front and three fans up top. 1, 2, 3. You can see them from the top. 1, 2, 3. And that should be everything. Overall, I think that this computer is a beast. It works amazingly. It's hard to pinpoint. People always ask for the price. It's hard to pinpoint a price simply because it's like I started this computer a long time ago, so I've been upgrading parts. I went from a 1050 Ti to a 1070 to a 2080, so who knows how much money I've lost along the way, but I'd say in the past year and a half I've spent $3,000 on it. So, but that's in the past year and a half, continuously updating it as I go along. So I started lower end, and now I'm obviously it's a little bit higher. So I've been switching out parts. I've probably lost money along the way doing it that way, but I've always had fun doing it. So no regrets. Yeah, so if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button down below, and I'll try and keep posting cool videos. I'm thinking about doing a gameplay. Let me know if you would like any certain game demoed, and you can benchmark it on the 2080 the Duke card.